Hi and welcome. My name is Stephanie and today I have a yoga burn for thighs and booty to share with you. This class is safe for first, second, and third trimester mamas. You also don't need any props to do today's class. So whenever you're ready, grab your mat and let's begin. We'll begin today in a side lying posture. So let's start by coming down onto our right side. You might support the head with one hand. Have your knees bent and together, as well as the soles of your feet together. We're going to start off with clamshells. So as you inhale, open that left leg, keeping the soles of the feet together. Exhale, bring the knees back together. Inhale, open, and exhale, close. Good. Inhale, open, and exhale, close. Just keep moving here at a nice slow pace, moving with your breath. We're just slowly warming up those glutes. They're going to work hard for us for a couple of minutes this morning. But before we ask them to do too much, we want to make sure they're nice and warm and ready to work. Stay here for about 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now you can keep your bottom leg bent as you straighten that top left leg. We're going to go into our leg lifts. So inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Good. Now if you can't get your leg as high as I am, that's fine. Maybe you're only lifting a few inches off the ground. You're still getting a good workout. Maybe you can go higher if you're super flexible. I recommend targeting that about 45-degree angle. That's a good distance from the ground to give you a good point of reference and a good goal to reach. We're going to stay here for about 10 more seconds. You might be starting to feel this in your thigh and glutes. 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and good. Now we're going to bend that top leg, bring the sole of our left foot to the mat. We'll straighten our right leg, and we're going to do leg lifts on our right with our right leg now. So inhale, lift, exhale, down. Inhale, lift, and exhale, down. Keep moving at your own pace here. Doesn't matter if your left leg or your left knee is pointed straight at the ceiling. It might be pointed closer towards your face. That's fine. We're really just getting it out of the way here as we work on our right inner thigh a bit. Stay here for about 10 more seconds. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and good. Let's bend that right leg, straighten the left leg again. We're going to go back to our leg lifts. So inhale up and exhale down. Good. Keep moving at your own pace. We're going to be here for 30 more seconds. This second round is where you get that extra burn and those extra gains. More than halfway done. I know this is hard, but remember, you can do hard things. You're growing a baby, for Christ's sake. All right, 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Straighten the right leg, bend the left leg. We're going to go back to those inner thigh lifts. Good. Another 30 seconds here. Continue to move at your own pace. It doesn't matter super much how high you're lifting that right leg. Just want to make sure that it's moving, getting a couple inches off the ground. Make sure you're also not resting your foot on the ground in between lifts. More than halfway done. We have 10 more seconds here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's push ourselves up to a seated position. We're going to stretch out that left leg, which might be burning by now, before we move on to the other side. So let's come to our reclined pigeon. Right sole of the right foot stays on the ground. We're going to hook that left ankle over that right knee and just breathe here. For a deeper stretch, you can try bringing that sole of the right foot in towards your glute, or to make more space for baby and make this more restorative, bring your right foot out a little bit farther in front of you. Wherever you are, you want to make sure that we're not compressing baby, we're not collapsing through the upper body. Our chest is open. And there's plenty of space for baby to wiggle and move. Good. We'll stay here for about 15 more seconds. Feeling that nice stretch through our left glute. You might rock a little side to side here, giving yourself a little bit of a butt massage before we move on to the other side. Good. All right, let's release our left sole to the floor. We're going to come down onto our left side and take those same exercises on the other side. So again, slowly lower yourself down, and you might support the head with one hand. Your knees are together, soles of the feet together. We're going to start with our clamshells. So inhale, open the thighs. Exhale, close. Inhale, open, and exhale, close. Good. Keep moving here at your own pace, keeping the soles of the feet together and bringing the knees together on your exhale. We're more than halfway done. We have about 15 seconds here, a little bit less. And then we're going to go into those leg lifts. So 10 more seconds of clamshells. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Straighten that top right leg. Keep the left leg bent for balance. And inhale up, exhale down. Good. Inhale up and exhale down. Keep moving at your own pace. Again, if you're only lifting here, that's fine. That's still a good thigh workout. If you're lifting higher, that's fine as well. Just make sure you're not resting at the top. Sometimes if you bring a leg up really high, you can kind of find a bit of a rest at the apex before you bring your leg back down. We're not resting here. We're working hard, burning our thighs and glutes, helping sculpt our back body. No pancake butts in these pregnancies. 5 more seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's bend that top leg. Bring the sole of the right foot to your mat and straighten the left leg as we take our inner thigh lifts. Good. Again, your right knee doesn't have to be pointed towards the sky. It could be pointed towards your face or somewhere in between. Really just getting it out of the way here. Continue with those thigh lifts. This is our first time through, and then we're going to do those same exercises again, those same leg lifts, where we really feel the extra burn. We're here for 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's bend that left leg, straighten the right leg. 30 more seconds of leg lifts here. Good. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up and exhaling down. 10 seconds is already gone. You're already a third of the way through this. Make sure you keep those right toes pointed and flexed. 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, mama. Straighten that left leg, bend the right knee, and let's take our 30 seconds of leg lifts for that inner thigh workout. Good. Lifting that left leg on your inhale, releasing it back to the mat on your exhale. We're already halfway through. Remember, you can do hard things. This may seem hard right now, but it's nothing compared to labor. 5 more seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Let's push ourselves back up to a seated position and take our reclined pigeon stretch for that right leg. Again, keeping the sole of the left foot on the mat. We're going to cross our right ankle over our left knee. Breathing into that glute and that hip, not collapsing through the chest. Our chest is open. Our airways are open. We can breathe. Baby's getting plenty of oxygen and has plenty of space to move. We're not compressing them between our thighs. Breathe here. We're halfway through these exercises. Inhaling through the nose And exhaling completely through the nose. You might slowly begin to rock onto that right glute, giving yourself a little bit of a butt massage here. We'll hold here for about 10 more seconds. Take whatever extra rest you need before we go into our second round of exercises. And then that's it. We'll be done soon. All right, let's release that right leg down to the earth and come into our tabletop position. So we'll begin with a few rounds of cat and cow. Start by bringing your left foot off your mat so that it's directly parallel with your right knee, but it's off your mat and straight. We'll take cat-cow from here. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine, push through the shoulder blades, drop the gaze. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the pelvis, drop your gaze. Good, let's take 3 more rounds of cat-cow here. You might be feeling a stretch through that inner left thigh. Remember, we did work that out a little bit earlier, so good to give it a little bit of a stretch. Take 1 more round of cat-cow here. Inhaling to open the chest. And exhale, round the spine, tuck the pelvis. Good. Let's take that left foot that's off the side of our mat, and let's swing it around so it's off the right side of our mat. Bringing it a full 180. You might stay here, breathing for a few moments, feeling a stretch through the left side body, or to go a little bit deeper, spider crawl your left fingers off the right side of your mat as well. We're breathing here. This is a little bit of a balancing challenge. So make sure you're pressing evenly through that right foot, that right knee, and that right hand. We'll hold here for 1 more breath. Good. Let's come back to our neutral tabletop. Left foot still behind us. And as we inhale, let's bend the left knee so that the sole of our left foot is pointed towards the sky. We're going to take some glute pulses here. So begin to lift the sole of that foot towards the ceiling or the sky, whatever's above you right now. Not a big movement. We're only moving a couple of inches. Make sure baby is drawn in towards the spine. We're not collapsing through our lower back. We have integrity through our core. We're pressing through both hands evenly. Good. More than halfway done here. We have about 10 seconds of pulsing left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now let's open our left leg out to the side, opening our hips like we're a dog about to pee on a fire hydrant. We're going to take 10 ninja kicks here. So 10, 9, 8, again pressing evenly through the hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release back to our tabletop. Good. Let's bring big toes together, knees wide. We'll sink back into our child's pose for a few breaths. As you inhale through the nose, imagine sending all the air towards your glutes. They are working hard this morning. Take 1 more inhale here. And a long exhale. Let's come back up through tabletop. Before we do those same exercises on the other side, we'll take a little bit more of a stretch. So let's step the left foot up to the top of our mat, finding our runner's lunge. As you inhale, think about lifting and lengthening the spine. As you exhale, you might sink the hips a little bit deeper, finding a deeper stretch through your hip flexors. Check to make sure that your left knee is over that left ankle. You don't want your knee out over your toes. Good. We'll just stay here breathing for a few moments, enjoying a nice stretch. Take 1 more long inhale here. And a long exhale. Good. Now let's begin to walk the hands back towards our hips as we find our half splits. Good. So you want to make sure your left toes are flexed and pointed towards the sky. Your hips are squared, so they're pointing directly at the short edge of your mat. And we'll just stay here breathing for a few moments. Again, we're not collapsing through the spine here. We're making sure there's enough space for baby. That might mean you have to take a little bit of a wider stance than you would if you weren't pregnant, just so that there's enough space between your thighs for baby to rest comfortably. Good. If you're feeling too collapsed through the chest here or through baby, you could also bring your hands to your hips and bend at the waist here. We'll stay here for one more breath, inhaling through the nose, and a long exhale through the nose. Good. Let's bring our hands back to the mat. If they're off, we're going to walk back through our runner's lunge and come back to our tabletop position. We're going to do those same exercises on the other side. I'm just going to turn around so you can see me a little bit better. So let's begin with those cat and cows. Let's step our right toes off the mat this time, making sure our foot is still parallel with the long edge of our mat. We'll take 5 rounds of cat and cow. So inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, tuck the pelvis, round the spine, drop the gaze. Good. Inhale, open the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, tuck the pelvis, push through the shoulder blades, drop your gaze. Keep moving, taking these last 3 rounds at your own pace. Notice if you're feeling a nice inner thigh stretch as you do so. One more round. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the pelvis. We'll meet in our neutral tabletop position. And then we'll swing that right leg off the left side of our mat. You might stay here. Or for a deeper stretch, let's spider crawl those right fingertips off the left edge of our mat. Again, this can be a bit of a balancing practice, so make sure you continue to press firmly and evenly through your left hand, your left knee, and your left foot. Enjoying this side body stretch through the right side body. One more long inhale here. And a long exhale. Good. Let's bring our right hand back in line with our left. Right toes behind us, finding our neutral spine. Before we inhale, bend that right leg. Sole of the right foot is pointing towards the sky. And we're going to take our glute pulses here. Good. Again, this is not a big movement. We're only moving a couple of inches. Pushing that sole of the foot through the ceiling, all the way up to the sky. Whatever's above you right now, imagine you're stamping your foot on that ceiling, on the cloud. Good. We're about halfway done. Make sure belly is drawn in towards your spine. We're not collapsing through our lower back. We have 5 more seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's open that right hip out to the side like we're a dog about to pee on a fire hydrant. And we're going to take our 10 ninja kicks. 10, 9, 8. Again, press firmly through your hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. We'll come back to our child's pose just for a moment. Big toes together, knees wide. As you sink the hips back, stretch the arms out long, and bring your forehead to the mat. We'll stay here for 3 breaths. Inhaling through the nose, sending all that yummy oxygen to our glutes and our thighs. And exhaling through the nose. One more round of breath here. And let's return to our tabletop position. We're going to take those stretches on the right side. So bring the right foot up to the hands, finding our runner's lunge. Again, take a moment to get settled here. Make sure your right knee is over your right ankle. Your hands are both to the inside of our right foot, making sure there's plenty of space for baby. As we inhale, we're thinking about lifting and lengthening our spine, keeping our chest open. And as we exhale, we might sink our hips a little bit deeper, finding a deeper stretch. We're done with the workout portion of today's class. All we have left is some gentle stretching for the thighs and glutes. Let's take one more round of breath here. Inhaling through the nose. And a long exhale. Good. Let's walk the hands back towards our hips, finding our half splits. Point the right toes up at the sky. Make sure your right foot is flexed. Again, we're thinking about bending at the waist here, trying to keep a flat back, keeping our chest open. If you're feeling too compressed, you can bring your hands onto your hips, taking a moment to find your balance. Oops. Before you bend at the hips, finding a slightly deeper version of the stretch. Wherever you are, we'll stay here for a few more breaths. One more long inhale here. And a long exhale. Let's walk our hands back up to the front of our mat, coming through our runner's lunge as we step back to our tabletop position, and then swing our legs off to the side, coming into our comfortable seat. From here, let's bring our right foot in, and our left shin should be stacked right next to our right shin. So your legs are nestled close together. You can stay here, or if it's available to you, you can bring your left shin so that it's stacked on top of your right shin, finding your fire log pose. If you're taking fire log, make sure that the soles of your feet are flexed to protect your knees. Wherever you are, let's inhale, arms up, and exhale, bending at the waist, keeping our flat back. Good, finding a forward fold. You should feel a nice stretch through your left glute. Again, we're not rounding the spine here. We're not collapsing. We're trying to keep a flat back position. Good. Take one more long inhale here. And on your exhale, let's walk our right hands over to the right side of our mat, finding a deeper stretch. We'll just stay here for a few breaths. Do a self-check. Make sure baby is pointed the same direction as your hips. This is not a twist of our lower spine. Just twisting our upper body a little bit, finding a slightly deeper stretch in that left glute. We'll stay here for one more breath. And on your exhale, walk your hands back through center, and then walk your hands back towards your hips. We'll reverse the cross of our legs. So let's bring our left toes in, and then right shin out in front. Again, you can have your shins nestled next to each other, and you can stay here. Or, if it's available to you, you can come into your fire log pose, stacking your shins on top of one another, making sure your feet are flexed to protect the knees. As we inhale the arms up overhead, and exhale, bend at the waist, keeping our back straight as we find our forward fold. Good. We'll stay here for a few breaths, feeling that stretch through our right side and our right glute. Again, we're not compressing baby here, so your hands might be just a little bit in front of your shins. That might be as deep as you can go. If you're earlier in your pregnancy, you might be able to bring your hands out longer. One more inhale here. As you exhale, let's walk our hands over to the left side of our mat. Again, just finding a few breaths in a deeper version of this stretch. You should feel it really nicely through that right glute. Again, baby and hips are still pointing in the same direction. We're not taking a twist here. Depending upon how far along, your hands may be way out in front of you, or Your hands may be right here by your left foot. Any iteration is fine. Take the one that feels right for you today. Stay here for one more inhale. And as we exhale, let's walk our hands back through center and then walk our hands back towards our hips. Let's release our legs, finding a gentle, comfortable seat. Let's bring our hands to rest on our knees or our thighs or maybe on baby as we take a final few breaths together as a class. You might close your eyes here, inhaling through the nose, filling up belly like a balloon, and exhaling through the nose. Good. One more inhale as a class. Inhale through the nose. Make it the deepest inhale of the day. Then a long exhale. If the time is available to you, I invite you to come down onto your left side and take a Shavasana. Otherwise, let's bring our hands together in prayer. Inhaling one last time through the nose. And as we exhale, let's bow forward. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed this yoga burn for thighs and booty, and that your thighs and booty are feeling a bit stronger than they were before class. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for practicing with me today, and I hope to see you again. Bye!